Good morning, dear children. How are you? Hope you'll be feeling well. And I'm praying the Almighty, and we'll pray the Almighty to make the situation in a smooth manner. Stay blessed, stay happy, and stay at your house safely. Have a healthy food. Shall we move on to the class, children? Yes. Now we are going to see banking chapter. It is the very important chapter in your syllabus. So you will be expecting 3-mark question or a 4-mark question based on this chapter. So here banking chapter is the word banking is familiar to you, I think so. What is the meaning of banking? Banking is nothing but the business of dealing, depositing and lending the money. That's all. Yes, in bank we are having many types of accounts. Say suppose savings account, fixed deposit account and then recurring deposit account. What is the meaning of savings account? Suppose if you are having a small amount of money. So what we will be doing? We won't keep the amount in our house because it is not safety for us. Right. So we want that money to be in a safer mode. So we will be depositing the money in the bank and the bank will be providing some amount after a certain number of period. So that amount is nothing but interest because our money is going to be deposited in the bank and the bank is going to have that money for their purpose. They will be using that money and they will be giving the interest to us. Right. So this is called the savings account. So this is one type of account. And the next one will be having fixed deposit account. Fixed deposit account. What is the meaning of fixed deposit account? Suppose if I am having a lump sum amount and moreover in savings account we can withdraw the money whenever we required. If I want the money, I can withdraw the money. But in this case, fixed deposit account, we can't lend them. We can deposit the money, but in between the time period, after the fixed time period only, we can get back the amount. In between, we can't withdraw the amount. That is the difference between savings account and the fixed deposit account. Here, the time period will be fixed. Suppose if I am depositing the money, for example, 1 lakh rupees I am going to deposit for 5 years. After the 5 years only, I can get back my principal amount plus the interest what the bank is going to be giving to us. So the total amount will be getting back after the time period only. Right. So these two are the accounts, major accounts we are dealing in our present situation. Moreover this, we are having another type of account that is called recurring deposit account. Recurring deposit account. Another way it is called as cumulative deposit account. Cumulative deposit account. What is the meaning of recurring deposit account? This recurring deposit account is in our syllabus. These two are just for your knowledge. I said this is in our portion. So in this syllabus, in the syllabus, we are having recurring deposit account. In short way, we will be calling this recurring deposit account as RD. RD and cumulative deposit account is the another name of recurring deposit account. Right. In recurring deposit account, the amount will be recurred, that is deposited every month. Every month we are going to deposit the same amount. That is called recurring. Recurring means nothing but repeated. Right. So the short name of recurring deposit account is nothing but RD. So in RD we are having the particular terms. Already we know very well. You have been learned in your lower class. Principal, time period and rate of interest. These three terms I know very well. You have been very familiar with these three terms. So P is nothing but the principal, T is nothing but the time period and R is called the rate of interest. Right. So in recurring deposit account, principal is nothing but the monthly installment. Here we are going to deposit the amount every month, the same fixed amount only you should deposit. You can't vary the amount. That is called monthly deposit, monthly installment. per month, every month the same amount must be deposited in the bank, right? And T is nothing but the time period. After certain number of years, suppose if you are choosing, I am going to deposit principal as 500 and time period is, say, suppose 2 years, you say, right? So I am going to deposit principal as rupees 500 every month and time period I am fixing as T is equal to 2 years. This 2 years must be taken in terms of months alone. Months only you should consider, right? So 1 year carries how many months? 12 months. And 2 years carries how many months? It is nothing but 24 months. You know very well. So we have to convert this time period in terms of months. This will be denoted in small letter n. So n is nothing but convert this number of years in terms of months. So it is nothing but 12 months. 1 year carries 12 months. This is for 1 year. So for 2 years, it is nothing but how many months? 24 months for 2 years. 24 months for 2 years. And here I am going to take the time period as 2 years. So n must be taken as 24. N is nothing but what? 24. And I am going to take R is equal to 10% per annum. 10% per annum. So the bank is going to be giving the rate of interest as 10% and I am going to deposit 500 rupees every month. This is nothing but monthly installment. Every month I am going to pay to the bank 500 rupees. This is the way I am going to pay for how many months? 24 months I am going to pay and the rate of interest is nothing but 10%. Right. So N is nothing but after the fixed period, that is the maturity period, when the amount is going to be matured. So after 24 months, my account is going to be closed. So at that time, I am going to get back the money from the bank. That is nothing but maturity value. Maturity value. This is nothing but what? Maturity value. So there is a different formula for maturity value. Maturity value is nothing but principal into n. Why I am going to multiply with n? I am going to deposit 500 rupees for how many months? 24 months. So this is my total principal. Right. This amount I am going to deposit in the bank for how many months? 24 months. So PN is my amount. What I am going to deposit in the bank every month 500 rupees. Likewise I am going to deposit for 24 months plus interest. What I am going to get from the bank, that is called interest. So PN plus I. How to calculate with I? I is nothing but the interest what the bank is going to be providing to us after 2 years. So how to calculate I? The formula for I is P into n plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 12 into R by 100. Why we are going to calculate a separate formula for interest? Since this is not our overall principal. This is the principal we are going to deposit every month. So here we are not going to substitute 500 into how many months I am going to calculate that amount I am not going to substitute over here. Only P value I am going to deposit as 500. And how many months I am going to deposit? This amount I am going to deposit for 24 months. So N is nothing but 24. Children, be careful only with the substitution. Right. So here you just substitute 24 plus 1 is nothing but 25 by 2 into 1 by 12 into R is 10% by 100. You just cancel. So what you will be getting? 1 12s are, 2 12s are, 2 1s are, and 2 will be cancelled. And 25 and 5 if I cancel, 2 5s are 10 and here 5, 1 2s are, and here it is 250. So 250 into 5 if I multiply, I will be getting 1250. This is your interest amount. So I is nothing but I said the money what we are getting from the bank after 2 years, that is called interest. And now the interest amount is equal to 1250. Now we are going to calculate maturity value. What is the meaning of maturity value? After 2 years, what is the cumulative amount we are going to get from the bank? What amount I have deposited plus what amount I am getting from the bank together is called the maturity value, right? So you should be very clear with the terms. P is nothing but the monthly installment and N must be calculated for month wise only, and what amount I am receiving from the bank, that is called interest. So maturity value is equal to maturity value. The formula for maturity value is equal to Pn plus I. What is Pn? P is the monthly installment what I have deposited, and N is nothing but how many months I am going to deposit. Here in the sum we are having for 24 months. So which is equal to P is 500 into 24 plus I. What amount I have received? 1250. So you just multiply and write the Pn value. What is Pn? Just say it is 12,000 plus 1250, which is nothing but 13,450 is the amount we will be getting from the bank after 2 years. Is it clear to you, children? So we have seen the first type of model of the sum in banking chapter. In this first model, it's a very basic model. Here we have deposited 500 rupees every month for 2 years, and always the interest should be calculated in terms of months only. So we have to convert the time period in terms of months. So the formula for I is nothing but P into N into N plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 12 into R by 100. Just you substitute the value and get back the I value. That is nothing but interest, and find out the maturity value. Maturity value formula is Pn plus I. First you have to calculate the Pn value and then only you have to add with the interest. Is it clear to you, children? This is the first type of banking model. The sum is very basic concept, and then we will be seeing the second type of the model. Okay, the first model was completed. So we will be moving on to the second type of the model. So let me read out the question. Just you listen the question carefully. Mr. R.K. Nair gets rupees 6,455 at the end of 1 year at the rate of 14% per annum in an RD account. Find the monthly installment. Here the question says to you that Mr. R.K. Nair, some ex-person, is getting 6,455 at the end of 1 year. At the end of 1 year is nothing but what? What amount he is receiving from the bank after the maturity period. So this is nothing but maturity value. Right? So maturity value was given to you. Maturity value is nothing but 6,455. So first you have to read the question carefully, and which is maturity value and which is the principle. You should identify those concepts very clearly, right? So he is getting 6,455 at the end of 1 year. See, at the end of 1 year is nothing but time period. So time period was given to you as 1 year. So 1 year carries how many months? Already I said recurring deposit sums must be deal with months only. So N is nothing but 12 months. And rate of interest was given to you as 14% per annum in RD account. So this word will be given to you very clearly in the question. Either it will be given as recurring deposit account or cumulative deposit account. Any one of the word will be given to you. Right? And find the monthly installment. I said before, monthly installment will be represented by which letter? It is nothing but P. Right? So the first type and the second type you should have the very clear idea. In the first sum you have been given with the P, that is monthly installment, and time period was given to you, and rate of interest. You can just go through with the first sum and we found the maturity value. In the second type you have been given with maturity value and time period was given, and rate is equal to 14% was given to you. You need to find out the monthly installment. This is the difference between the first sum and the second sum. So first you write the formula for maturity value. What is maturity value formula? Pn plus I. right? And already I said before, I formula, I is equal to P into n into n plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 12 into R by 100. Be familiar with the formula, children. So you just substitute the values what you know. So P I don't know, and n I said it was converted into months, that is 12, and n plus 1. So 12 plus 1 is nothing but 13 by 2 into 1 by 12 into R. What is R? It is 14. 14 by 100. Just cancel it out. So 12 and 12 will be cancelled. 1 2s are 7 2s are. Right. Now I am having I is nothing but, so what is the value I am getting? 13 into 7. 13 into 7 is nothing but 91p by 100. 13 sevens are 91 and p. I don't know the value for p, that is an unknown variable. So 91p by 100. This is your interest. Right. Now you move on to maturity value. So maturity value was given to you, that is 6,455, and P I don't know, keep P as such, and N is 12 plus I. Already I found I. What is I? 91P by 100. Right. So here I am having 12P plus 91P by 100. Right. Now can I add this 12P and 91P directly? No, children, because we are having 100 in this denominator. So we have to take the LCM for this one, and then only we can transfer this 100 to this side. Directly you should never just take to this 100 to that side. Right. Now take 100 as LCM. So you will be having 100 into 12 is what? 1200p plus 91p. Right. Now add this 1291p by 100. This side you are having 6455. Right, children? Is it clear to you? Clear up this side. Now come back. Take this one to this side. So you will be having 6455 into 100, which is equal to 1291p. Now this is 6455 multiplied with 100, and this side keep this p here, bring this 1291 to the denominator. So you will be having 1291. Cut off this. So you will be getting, what is the answer you will be getting? Exactly this will be divided by 5 times. You just check. 1291 into 5 will be 6455. So this answer is equal to 500. So principal, that is monthly installment, is nothing but rupees 500. Right, children? I think so. This method is clear to you. Right. So monthly installment, every month I am going to pay 500 rupees. How many months I am going to pay? For 12 months. You can recheck your answer by substituting the value for 500 in the I formula. Get back I and add with this PN formula. I mean substitute this formula here. You will be getting back the maturity value as 6455. Just you can recheck your answer also by using the first model. Right, children? I think so you are very clear with banking chapter. So today we have seen the two types of the models. One is finding the maturity value and another one is finding the monthly installment. Right, children? Still more two methods are there. That one we will be seeing in the next class. Right. Now what is my suggestion is you have to recap this video then and there. If you are having any doubts, you can forward through our school mail ID and I will be clarifying your doubts. Right, children? And have your content book along with you. Go through the concept, introduction part, you go through very, very carefully and then solve the solved problems. Don't go for exercise problems. Just go through the example problems. These two models you can do by yourself. Right, children? Thank you so much. Have a good day. Thank you.